The Wales team had to travel right round the world for the last two Commonwealth Games in Melbourne and Delhi, but this year it's a much shorter trip to Glasgow in Scotland. The Games will open here in July. With the venues just an hour's flight away, there's a different dynamic to Wales's preparations this year. In effect, it's a home Games, easier to prepare for, therefore more is expected. Wales will be competing in all 17 sports, with athlete numbers swelling to record levels because for the first time, netball, rugby sevens and both the men's and women's hockey teams have all qualified.
Commonwealth Games for Wales is still the pinnacle, and it's still, for most athletes coming to the Games, it's still up there in the top 2 or 3 games that they'll compete in. The Olympics clearly is the height, and after that for a lot of them will come the Commonwealth Games.
Some teams have already been picked, but our best amateur boxers are still scrapping for places. Their squad won't be named until April, which means there's a real edge to training. Everyone's under pressure, including the coaching team, who know future funding depends on results in Glasgow.
We want to build the sport, build the performance programme that we've been working on for the last 2 years. So for us to come back from Glasgow with a big medal haul puts us in the best position on the bargaining table to say to Sport Wales, let's move boxing forward and hopefully let's give a bigger investment.
Lindsay Holdaway is hoping to make history as the first Welsh woman to win a Commonwealth boxing medal, after the sport was added to the programme after its successful Olympic debut in London.
That's what's driving me. So all the medals I've got, it's the goal I want now in the Commonwealth Games. That's, they give me the fuel for the fire,
With no need to acclimatise or travel long distances, athletes should find it easier to settle into the village, which is right next to Celtic Park, where the opening ceremony will take place. Unlike in Delhi 4 years ago, the competition venues in Glasgow are ready and waiting well ahead of time. This is the Sir Chris Hoy Velodrome, where our sprint cyclist world champion Becky James will be going for gold in July. It's costing £500 million to stage the Games. Observers from Wales will be watching closely to see how Glasgow benefits, as they consider bidding for Cardiff to be hosts in 2026.
Hosting a multi-sport Games is a fantastic way of advertising a country's presence in the world. And we'd like to see, after these Glasgow Games, what the full benefits were for Glasgow hosting Games and for Scotland hosting these Games, and then people can make a genuine assessment.
In Glasgow city centre, you'd barely know that the Games are coming. With an independence referendum and the Ryder Cup also in Scotland this year, it's not the only show in town. But it's here that Wales athletes hope to shine in 6 months' time.